Welcome back to another episode of Swish Masters Podcast. I'm your co-host QtheGuru.
What up? I'm Zay, the executive producer. Glad to be here, bro. A lot of action.
Yes, sir. A whole lot going on. A whole lot in this NBA offseason. But you got to start off with the tip-off as we normally do. There was some record-breaking stuff going on in the WNBA.
Oh, yeah. A lot of good hoops going on right now. The stars are shining bright in the WNBA. We got the youngsters, we got the vets, we got potential back-to-back champions going at it. Man, I've been loving all of the WNBA action so far, bro.
Definitely. Let's talk about A'ja Wilson. Broke the franchise scoring record, and she had the record for like consecutive 20 points plus score in the game. She held that record too for a while this season. Shout out to her. That's one of the people you got to shout out. You got something on Caitlin Clark?
Oh yeah, Caitlin Clark, first rookie to clock a triple-double. I think she's been finally like getting ground under her feet. I think she got up to a rough start, but now we're starting to see her do those things she was doing in Iowa. Triple-double is crazy, especially as a point guard, and being able to just dominate in multiple statistical areas of the game says a lot about her greatness, and we love to see it. I'm glad to see that she's kind of like getting going this in this part of the season. Indiana's playing well. Not just her, Leah Boston as well. So it's been good to see.
For sure. And she also just notched a very unique stat record. The first WNBA player to notch 29 points, 5 rebounds, 13 assists. Wait, my fault. I had the wrong stat line. So she had 25 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds, and 5 steals. That's the stat that's like the first ever. Again, it was 25, 10, 5 rebounds, 5 steals, and made 5 3-pointers in the game. It's amazing. You know how ESPN would be like the first player to do this random stat or that random stat. It's like it's one of those things.
The first person to tie their shoe underneath the opponent's basket at 5 p.m. on a Tuesday.
By the way, it's still impressive. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. And finally, a shout out to Angel Reese. Sets the WNBA double-double mark. And she broke Candace Parker's record. Man, the rookie of the year race is going strong. You can go either way. You can make a great argument for Caitlin. You can make a great argument for Angel Reese. But the WNBA is definitely in good hands.
Oh, yeah. Love what I've been seeing from Angel, man. She's been a superstar on and off the court, but especially on the court. She has, to me, been dominating as far as the rebounding game. She has a knack for getting at it. She's tough. She plays hard. She plays for her teammates. Love to see it, bro. Definitely my pick right now for Rookie of the Year. Shout out to Angel Reese, bro.
If I had to vote, I would totally agree with you. However, of course, more so with Angel Reese. Even Juju says the same thing. Juju Watkins said the same thing. So, yeah. But shout out to Caitlin and Angel and the WNBA as a whole, man. Great product. Let's keep it rolling, though, on the Swish Masters Podcast. This episode is all about off-season moves. A lot of moves going on. Crazy moves. It's been a minute. But, Zay, it's been so many moves. It's hard to keep track, bro. But we're going to do the best we can. And you probably have to spend a couple episodes on some of these moves and breaking them down. But the first major one we got to break down. Paul George, bro. Paul George went to the 76ers. It was rumors like, hey, maybe he'll stay with the Clippers. He wants to stay in L.A. But it turns out he went to the Sixers, bro. What are your thoughts on this move? And the move, again, the deal is 4 years, $212 million maximum contract. And thinking about Sixers as a whole, they do have a max player in Embiid and another rising star on his way in Tyrese Maxey. Paid very well, very deserving. So what do you think of this move?
Shout out to Paul George, man. Getting to the bag and getting out of the Clippers jersey. There's no disrespect to them, but I think this is a great pickup for Philly. You replace that forward spot with all-star guard. I mean, all-star guard slash forward and Paul George gives them obviously the offensive boost, but I think that he's going to be able to beef their perimeter defense up a lot. We know what Paul George is capable of, and overall, I think this is a great move for the Sixers. And on the other side, like you said, I think that we knew that there were rumors. We've heard and seen a lot of different scenarios, deals, but ultimately Paul George was unable to stay with the Clippers. And now, in my opinion, we've seen this Clippers experiment with Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. They added Russell Westbrook. They now have James Harden. I think it's just they've missed their window, unfortunately. And obviously they signed James Harden recently to an extent. I think a new deal, as well as Russell Westbrook buying into his deal. But I think that's it, bro. The Clipper era should start over again. It hadn't worked, and now you got one of your biggest pieces gone. So.
Yeah, this is one of the worst scenarios because if you're the Clippers, remember you have a whole new arena being set up, and you're not gonna have one of your major stars that you got there. All those years ago, when you traded a young rising talent and say Gilgeous-Alexander, and again, thank you so much as an OKC fan for the fleece job that Sam Presti did on that team. Because as you can see, the Clippers are about to be in rebuild mode again. Because can you really trust Kawhi Leonard and his health, who was on Team USA? We gotta get to that whole nother point, but I'm glad he's not playing no more. But if you're a Clippers fan, but anyway, it's tough. You got an aging superstar in James Harden, who time and time again is just not showing up in the playoffs like we expect, bro. So what are you gonna do? You're kind of just held money wise, and I know you got Nicholas Batum again, but there's only so many moves you can make if you're the Clippers, and they're in this weird spot where you can't really tank because you got too much talent for that. But you're not. Do you have enough talent to win though? I don't think so. Now, Paul George, you made a phenomenal decision. You leave the West, you go to the East. Now, don't get me wrong, the competition is stiff in the East with all these other moves that we'll talk about later in the East. But you do have a better chance, and you have a dog in Embiid who's gonna just ball, and you have another, just a guy who can get a bucket if you need to, and Tyrese Maxey create his own shot. And can you imagine what this Sixers team would be if they had Paul George instead of Tobias Harris?
I knew you were gonna go there.
Now, this is exactly the move that you need to push to get you over the hump. Because Tobias Harris, I'm sorry, sir, you were the weakest link. I'm sorry, bro. And it proves by where you are right now. Zay, you tell me where this man is.
Tobias Harris signed with Detroit. I think it was a 2-year deal.
Detroit Pistons. A satisfying place for where he needs to be right now. Now don't get me wrong. Some players have gone to Detroit and just done really well. Blake Griffin comes to mind for me. The most recent memory. Detroit is unfortunately right now this historic franchise is one of the waste baskets right now in the NBA right now. Almost on terms with the Wizards, but I'm not gonna go that far. But it's getting there. I need Detroit to come on, bro. Come on. Anyway, I like the move. They're definitely in contention for the top 3 seed in the East. PG if he's healthy, Embiid if he's healthy, Maxey, and all their surrounding pieces. They gotta be a top 3 contender in the East, and I'm excited to see what they're gonna do. I think this is a perfect fit with PG's skill set. He doesn't need to just have the ball. If you need a bucket, give the PG. He'll make his own shot. And again, that's what they really needed. They need a third option. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to be the third option, but I'm just saying like you need just a third bona fide scorer. And I was just talking about the offense. I didn't get started on the defense. This is gonna boost your perimeter defense. Like, I love it, man. And you have a great coach in Nick Nurse. I'm sure he'll use PG effectively. So, yeah, man, I love the move. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I agree, man. Pretty good move. They just need to be, well, Paul George needs to be consistent and healthy. And so same for Joel Embiid and their entire team. That would be good.
And PG wanted to go to the Clippers, but apparently he said the offer was like disrespectful, man. Like, the Clippers, give him the money. Give him the money, though. However, George said the Clippers wouldn't give him the 4-year, $212 million contract if they wouldn't attach no trade clause to it. So it's like, I don't know what you're doing for the Clippers, man. That's tough. That's really tough. It's like you had a chance to keep this player, but I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, bro. That's that, man. Y'all give us your thoughts on the PG's move and what you think this does for the Sixers and their chase for the title.
Let us know.
Yes, sir. Now let's go on to another major move. Now this happened in LA. This player is going to California. DeMar DeRozan. I think this is so suitable that he's going to LA, and you know what I'm saying, not LA, but you know, in the California area.
Yeah.
Especially with DeMar was in this not like they not like us. Usually, I was like, I'm like, now this man got to go to LA or somewhere on the West Coast, bro, and he finds himself on the Kings, man. And this is a sign and trade deal. I'm gonna give you the details, and Zay, I want to hear your thoughts. 3-team trade. The Kings got DeMar DeRozan. The Spurs got Harrison Barnes, and the Bulls got Chris Duarte and 2 second-round picks. I probably pronounced this dude's name wrong. Duarte? I don't know.
I think it's right. Duarte.
Yeah, I apologize if I pronounced the name wrong, though, bro. But this is the main piece, though, in this move is the Kings getting DeMar DeRozan. And again, you're giving up Harrison Barnes, placement of DeMar DeRozan. What does this move do for the Kings? I have my thoughts on that, but I want to hear your thoughts on this move first, though, bro. What do you think about this?
I love this move. I personally think that DeMar DeRozan provides them with a stability that they haven't had in the past 2 years. Obviously, Sacramento has came back. They're made the playoffs. Not this past season, but the season before that, and just short of it, just due to injury. And they're a young team. They like to run and gun. But I think what they lacked a lot of the time was some extra offense in just the half-court set. And this does two things for me. You add a guy like DeMar DeRozan, who can get his own shot, who can play off the ball, but still have an effect with his cutting. He knows how to make plays for other guys. And you pair him with De'Aaron Fox, I want to see them in transition because it's going to be lobs. It's going to be a lot of easy transition buckets. It's going to be fun. And then you got another playmaking center in Sabonis. Like, I could see a high-low where they get Sabonis the ball around the top of the key elbow, and let DeRozan post up because he's got the post up skills. It's going to be fun. I think that he is a good fit for them, and gives you another scoring threat, which opens things up for Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox. And then you got other guys like Keegan Murray who are great catch and shoot. So it's a great move in my opinion. I like it.
Yeah. I agree with that. Like a lot of things you're saying, a lot of good perspective, like a lot of good potential here with this roster. Um, the West is just so tough, bro. It's just real tough, and I can't. So I definitely see the Kings in the playoffs. I
Yeah.
definitely do. But all right, do you see them as like a top 3 contender though?
I wouldn't say top three right now. That's hard to say.
All right, what about top 5?
Because I could see them being five or six. I could see that. Kind of like middle of the pack, but not playing. You know what I mean? Like I feel like they can be that good. But like you said, the West is very tough, and we like have this potential out these potential thoughts about the team, but we have to see how they like mesh as well. But if it goes well, I think they can be five or six. But I don't. It's going to be hard to crack that top three in the West right now.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about the DeMar. He's more of a mid-range master, mid-range assassin.
Yeah.
I believe out of the two, I would probably say that I gotta look at the percentages, but I feel like maybe Barnes was a better 3-point shooter. At least stat wise, I gotta look at the numbers though. But the terms of volume scoring, you'll definitely get that more out of DeMar DeRozan for sure. I'm just wondering with like how they play. I don't know. It's interesting to see how Mike Brown does it though. You gotta make the pieces fit because Sabonis needs the inside too. You know what I'm saying? And it's just interesting. I do see them not top 3 contender, but it does move the needle. And with this move, they do need to get past the first round though, for real. With this move, they got to get past the first round in the playoffs. You kind of have to, because in order to call the season a success, and then try to get further than that for sure. But at least make it past the first round. That's my initial thought. I'm like you. We got to see how this all meshes and works, and maybe what other pieces they can add. You know, but I want to talk about the other side of this deal as well. You know, this means the Bulls are blowing things up. Sorry to our sponsor, SS96, though. I don't know what y'all doing, bro. It's tough. Y'all do have Xzequtive, who is a young playmaker, and I believe he has potential to be an all-star. I think he has that potential. You got a solid guard in him, and then you got just moving young. Just moving young. That's all I see. You got Duarte, which is another young player. He was an all-rookie with Indiana, which is great. So you got, it's a youth movement in Chicago. So this means also, what are you gonna do with Levine? That's another main question if you're Chicago.
Yeah.
But Spurs, they're still doing what they're doing. I think Harrison Barnes can help out with what they're doing in Sacramento, not Sacramento, but in San Antonio. Yeah. So. Yeah. Overall, I like to move for all these teams. They got all their goals accomplished. So. Yeah, we'll see. We see what happens. And also, DeRozan was a clutch player last year. He finished second in the Clutch Player of the Year award. So, in the voting. So if you need a bucket, give it to DeMar. He has some crazy finishes last season, bro. He has some great shots. So if you can bring any of that along, great move.
Yeah, for sure. Two clutch players in Fox and DeRozan, and like you said, DeMar had a lot of great plays last season. I'm still thinking about that 360 pass. That's like the craziest thing I saw all season. I was like, how did he do that? How did he find them so accurately? But yeah, man, exciting things. Sorry to Chicago. Zach LaVine is likely going to be shipped out at some point, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's move on to our next major move here in the offseason. That was kind of wild, bro. Gotta get to the Knicks. They made a crazy trade, bro. This is the first trade between these New York rivals, bro. Between the Nets and the Knicks. First trade since night. This is the first trade between them since 1983. Now, with
Wow.
this trade, um, it's worth it. Now, I got a lot of details here. So one, the Knicks do get Mikal Bridges, Kieta is it Kieta Base Diop? I know his last name. I know I'm pronouncing his last name. Base Diop. They got a 2026 second round pick, and they have draft rights to a young player. Now the Nets get a lot. They got Bogdanovich, Mamdi Diakite. I apologize, bro. I'm butchering these names. Shake Milton, but they had to add Diakite for salary
Yeah.
reasons. Yeah, he was a late addition. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been in the penalty and stuff. So, um, Shake Milton, unprotected first for 25, 27, 29, 31, and an unprotected pick swap in 2028. They also have a top four protected 2025 first round pick through the Bucks, and they have a second round pick in 2025. Now, a lot, a lot was given up. Now, is it
Yeah.
worth it? I think so. I think it is. Because one, these picks, if you're going to be in contention for at least the foreseeable future, that's okay. These are going to be like lower rated picks, you know? So it'll be fine. I do see the Knicks. They changed the whole culture. Free agents want to go to the Knicks now. So I think the Knicks are just different now. And it's a lot thanks to Jalen Brunson, bro. And we didn't talk about this, but what he did, bro, he didn't take the max money that he could have got, bro.
Yeah.
Gave himself a pay cut. He said he's following the legends of Tom Brady, who famously took pay cuts. Derek Jeter,
Yeah.
like I love that, bro. I love that. I love that so much, bro. It allows you to, and again, they got OG. You know what I'm saying? It allows you to make these moves, man. And I'm very excited for the Knicks, man. Um, I don't know, bro. I love this move. I think it's worth it. It may seem like a lot on paper, but I think it's worth it. What are your thoughts about this trade?
I'm right there with you, bro. New York is up right now. I'm ready to go to the Garden right now, bro. I'm ready to go see it. But I think this is a good move. I was actually watching some highlights of Mikal and OG right before we got on, and both of them are defensive dogs. Like that's going to be big time, and you know who loves that? Tibbs. He's gonna Tibbs. You're gonna be playing 50 minutes a game, but they're gonna win some games, bro. And it's really cool to see, like just like you said, Jalen Brunson making that sacrifice, being a valuable leader, not just for him putting out his own numbers, but doing things within the organization to help the future, for the foreseeable future at least. And you add his former Villanova teammate, Mikal Bridges. Now you got the old crew back. I think I told you when I saw this trade, bro. Like the Knicks are gonna be the first team to win a championship based off of friendship, bro. They just got their old college roommates back, man. So it's really cool to see. I love this for New York. Brooklyn obviously is in a rebuild mode, but I think this is a good addition for the Knicks. If they can get Mitchell Robinson back healthy, if they can, obviously Julius Randle's gonna come back, and DiVincenzo had a career year. Like it's up in New York right now, man. So shout out to the Knicks for getting it done. And it always feels, I don't know, things just feel right when the Knicks are like relevant, bro. It's something about it. I can't explain it, but it's always like, all right, the Knicks are rolling. All right, let's go. So it's gonna be some good hoops.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I've been this excited for a Knicks team, bro. I'm more excited for this team more so than when Melo was on there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so excited about the potential
Yeah.
of this Knicks team. just what they can bring defensively, bro. The chemistry that they bring to the team as a whole offensively. It's too bad they couldn't keep Hardenstein because I think that would have been great. But they still have a lot of other big men, you know what I'm saying, that can fill that role. So just gotta stay healthy. That's the main thing. Julius Randle, come back healthy, bro. Have a strong season. Have a strong All-Star caliber type season, along with Jalen Brunson. Sky's the limit, bro. Now, this is a team definitely top 3 contention with these moves, bro. Definitely top 3. I don't care. I said it, bro. I know I said the Sixers and I said the Knicks, so you have to figure out who I think is the third team. If they won, so that gives you what I think. So that tells you what I think, though. The East is tough, man. You got the Celtics, the Sixers, the Knicks. I ain't say the Bucks, but I'm not including them because I'm not liking the moves they made so far. Like, I need them to make more moves. You know what I'm saying? So like, those are the top 3 teams in the East to me. The Knicks, the Celtics, and the Sixers. Obviously, number 1 would be the Celtics since they won. Number 2 to me, I like it, bro. It's like a toss-up. I like it. I like both teams, man. But star power, you have to go with the Sixers. We're going with star power. But I like the defense, though. Oh, I like it, bro. It's a toss-up. I don't know who's going to win the East this year. It's tough. You gotta see the moves and how they play together. But I love this move, man.
Yeah.
So the Nets are in rebuild mode. That means, what does that mean for like Cam Johnson? What does that mean for Cam Johnson, for example?
Yeah.
So like, really interesting stuff going on.
Yeah, for sure. The Nets, they haven't built the right type of team to like contend or make playoffs, in my opinion. Past couple years, they got rid of KD, and it was like, all right, we'll just chill for a while. But hopefully, they'll do right by Cam Johnson, get him out of there too. I know I saw the memes when like Jalen Brunson would post about Mikal being like, you seen like the SpongeBob meme where Squidward in his house and he's looking at Patrick SpongeBob playing outside. He's like, Mikal and Squidward over there in Brooklyn, they're in New York having a ball. So we'll see what happens with them, but I agree, man. They're going to be a tough team. I don't know about top 3 yet. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Right,
you don't think top 3? This is the squad. They got OG, Bridges, got Brunson, got Randall, bro. They got Josh Hart, DiVincenzo. Like they got some depth.
Yeah, I like them. I was rooting for them last year. Indiana surprised me, but my only question with actually New York and Philly is health wise. That's my only thing. I hate to say it. I hate to be negative, but I anticipate that Joel Embiid is going to miss some time. I anticipate that there probably going to be a couple of people in and out of the lineup for New York, and that's just the nature of the beast. That to me is already like a thing where I'm like, all right, I don't know if this is going to propel them. I believe Boston, like they obviously just won the championship. They have one of the strongest lineups, starting lineups that I've seen in a while, and if they are all still going at the same pace, they'll be good to go. But yeah, that's my only thing with them. I think that New York was obviously right there last year, but I want to see health-wise where they are like mid-season, as well as just how everyone is adjusting with Mikal Bridges, Julius Randle coming back, Brunson, to me, being the guy. Seeing how everyone responds to it. That's my only thing. So, but I think the Knicks have the potential to be there for sure. I'll say that right now. As well as Philly. But I think New York more so than Philly can be top 3.
Yeah. And to end this convo, want to end with what your boy Bam was saying, because you see what you put out there? Like, yo, there's some what you say there, like colluding, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see his tweet.
I didn't see this one.
Oh yeah, Bam was like, yo, he saw. I think Josh Hart posted like a screenshot of their FaceTime with like all four of them on there, and he
Oh
was,
man, okay.
yeah, he was like, oh, not collusion, but this is tampering, NBA. Come on.
Hey man, shout out to Bam, doing what he got to do, bro. Off season, he's still working. That's how we do in Miami. So just know what's going, what's going on. We know what's up. No, I didn't see that tweet. I'm gonna have to check it out. I thought you were talking about the defensive player of the year stuff.
Oh no, what happened there? What are you talking about?
Oh, it was a interview. I saw it on. I saw a quote from it on Twitter. Bam's just talking about being top, top five or top in voting for the past like few years consistently, all NBA defense, and not getting the award. Just the lack of, I guess, belief in Miami, or the fact that he's anchoring a defense with undrafted players and still having one of the top defenses in the league. He's talking about that. But we'll see what's going on. But yeah, Bam, they tampering over there for sure. How did they get all their friends together on one team, I wonder?
Let's wrap this up with another final like major move in the NBA. So this concerns Dejounte Murray. He is traded to the Pelicans, man. So this is what happened. The Pelicans sent 2 first-round picks to the Hawks for Murray, and Larry Nance Jr., E.J. Liddell, and Dyson Daniels are going from New Orleans to Atlanta in the deal. I think that's a fair deal on both sides. It's pretty fair because Murray is an all-star young player.
Yeah.
So, and this tells you that 2 things, you got to hit it from both sides. What does it mean for the Pelicans? What does it mean for the Hawks? I'm gonna take it to the account what this move means for the Pelicans. We were thinking about this is what they needed, bro. Like they needed like I would prefer more of a playmaking guard, but this is suitable because you also get some good defense as well with this player. It's all about what New Orleans planning to do, because I'm still hearing Brandon Ingram being on the market, bro. Like if he's on the market, what are you gonna get in return for Brandon Ingram? Because I think Brandon Ingram's a really good player. I think you should keep him, but clearly New Orleans is thinking differently. So for whatever reason, So what do they plan to do with that? That's the main question. But and to hit real quick from the Hawks angle, clearly they're rebuilding. So what does this mean for Trae Young, which is what everyone's thinking about? I thought Trae would have went to the Spurs, but someone else is there. We'll get to that at another point. But what does that mean? But yeah, overall, I think the move is good. I'm not super confident. I think it's good.
Yeah.
It moves the needle a little bit, but does it really move in a major way where I'm like, oh, y'all are definite contenders? I'm like, I don't know. But what are your thoughts, man?
I'm with you. I agree that it's a good move. We did talk about the Pelicans needing a point guard, more so of a playmaking traditional point guard. But like you said, you get a legit, serious two-way threat in DeJounte Murray. You can get CJ off of the ball a little bit. I think it's like you said about what New Orleans plans to do with Brandon Ingram. I think he's a very, very talented player. They obviously extended him, so they believe that too. But now I don't know what's going on with them. I think that honestly it would be smart if you're gonna go this route. You got Dejounte Murray, who's a ball handler, kind of like ISO mid range type of player. CJ McCollum, same type of ordeal. Zion, just a freak athlete, can get out in transition, can make plays. Brandon Ingram, kind of also the same. You got four players who kind of like all do similar things, same type of shot making ability or playmaking ability. You need, to me, another like Trey Murphy. You got a athletic shooter who can defend. You need 3-and-D guys. You need guys who can play off the ball a little bit. So if they can get something like that in return for Ingram, but I mean, get your money's worth. Don't just get some random shooter and be like, all right, we're good. Get your money's worth if you're gonna trade him because he's a super talented player, all-star guy. But yeah, I think it can work if one of them. I think Dejounte maybe like adjust to a more playmaking, but still being him. You know, don't still be aggressive but make plays as well for other guys. Try to get them involved a little bit more. I think it can work for Atlanta. Like you said, this is to me going backwards because you add Larry Nance and some other players, some veteran guys. You still got Capella. So it's like, all right, well, you have some decent pieces, but you still don't have another. You let Sadiq Bey go, who was out with a torn ACL. He was up on the up and up, and Trae Young is going to be back from his injury. So what are you going to do with this season? Are you going to turn these pieces into another star you can pair with him, or is this going to go into, all right, we'll see how this goes, and then we're going to tank? I don't know what that means for Atlanta because you look at this team 3 years ago, Eastern Conference Finals, with not a DeJounte Murray. And since then, changed coaches, haven't been able to get back to the playoffs, injuries, all off-court stuff. I don't know. I think I say mid-season, Trae Young gets traded if they don't make any moves within the rest of the offseason. I think he's going to get moved mid-season at this point because Atlanta just, to me, they lost steam. The DeJounte Murray, Trae Young thing didn't work because Trae got hurt, and now they just kind of look like they're in limbo. They're still looking like the same type of team. They didn't really add anybody to me that moves the needle for them. So they're heading towards a rebuild, and Trae Young, I think, will probably be traded like mid-season if he doesn't get moved in the offseason.
Yeah, that makes sense. Some good points right there, man. Y'all give us y'all thoughts about what you think the Hawks are doing, man. Because I agree, it's like you gotta make a decision at this point. So yeah, y'all give us your thoughts and wrap up the podcast. We're gonna do what we normally always do. Wrap it up with the final swish, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. This final swish is gonna carry over to the next podcast when I talk about this player. I won't do too bad. I won't go too hard. Listen. It is an honor to be selected for Team USA. Everybody knows that. It is an honor. But the fact that he actually did it and showed up, it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look. I'm glad that it was the Clippers decided and Team USA decided it was in his best interest to sit it out. And I'm talking about Kawhi Leonard, if you didn't know by now. Kawhi, he is a Hall of Famer. He is a Hall of Famer, bro. But you were the one who pleaded to get PG. If you don't get PG, I'm not signing with you. what did we get out of it in this whole little Clippers dynasty run, right? Not even dynasty, but this Clippers team. Nothing. Like what, 2 chokes in the playoffs? Where you're up and you lose? Like, I don't know, bro. This, and now you're about to move to a whole new arena. The logo is trash. I don't even know what that is. And it's supposed to be a new beginning for the Clipper squad. Kawhi, I need you. You had a great season, by the way. He played a lot of more games. He did good, but when the time called for it, he just wasn't available, man. Just wasn't available. So I don't know, man. But yeah, I gave Anthony Davis criticism. I'm gonna do the same thing for Kawhi Leonard right now, bro. Because AD, he earned it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he showed us wrong. He proved differently, bro. He showed up. I need Kawhi to step up this offseason, bro. Get your body right. Get ready. Do your thing. You know?
Yeah.
We're in a different age in the NBA now, technology-wise and health. No excuses, bro. Come on. That's what I gotta say.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that a little bit, man. I definitely found it interesting that he was selected for Team USA. Kawhi, obviously, very talented player when he's available, when he's healthy. But this was just like, why, bro? Like, now, you just another meme. It's just meme after meme with Kawhi, man. And I just wish that, I don't know, it's like you didn't have to go. You didn't have to show up. You literally didn't have to come. You could have just declined, and you went, and it was like, and to be fair, let me just put this out. He may have wanted to play, but maybe like, all right, the team doctors, team consultants, whatever, coaching, family, whoever, all right, hey, maybe Kawhi, maybe you should like chill for the summer, and then we'll see what happens. But still, it's just a bad look, guys. We know who he is. We know what's going on. We know what he's done the past few years since Toronto. We know, and he knows. So why waste the time, bro? Why waste the time? Like we come on, bro. That's the thing. It would have been different. He went to Paris. He played a couple games. All right. Something bothering him, that would have been understandable. We're talking about practice, not the game. Not even practice, just showing up, put the jersey on. You know what? I don't like it. I'm gonna go home. That's what it felt like for us. Obviously, he practiced, played, whatever, but it just is. Come on, bro. The marketing team got to do better for Kawhi. Y'all can't let him go to this stuff. No, he don't want to be there, or that he can't really be there. That's all I'm gonna say about it, bro. But yeah, we gonna talk about that more.
We're gonna get to this more because I'm more upset that he showed up, took pictures, then peaced out. I don't even like that. I would have. Dang, I don't know what's going on with technical issues right now, bro. Kawhi, my camera go out. But listen, I would have been fine if he like decline it beforehand. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like decline it beforehand, don't even show up. You know what I'm saying? Then it's cool. Then let them make the decisions. But anyway, bro, we can talk all day about this, bro. This is supposed to be a fun switch. But listen, we appreciate y'all tuning into the podcast. Make sure you catch us on all however you listen to us right now. Make sure you check out the YouTube as well. We definitely got to return to talk about some of these other moves, man. You know, CP3 move. Klay Thompson move. What does it mean for the Warriors, bro? We got a lot to talk about. So y'all stay tuned in, bro, and we appreciate y'all.
For sure. Thank y'all for checking us out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification button, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode. We got more to come. Appreciate it.